Bom dia, chat! Eu cheguei. Live SEG hoje, porque a gente teve lá o evento que era pra sair na semana passada, o 4.2. E não saiu, mas saiu hoje. Aí eu falei assim, talvez hoje é um bom dia pra fazer live mais cedo, né? E aliás, muito obrigada pelos seus códigos. Eu... Aqui, fixadinho, bonitinho. Ai, ai. Bom dia, a gente vai assistir aqui o nosso programa especial da 4.2. E em seguida vamos pro Genshin, tá? Hoje vamos ter Genshin e Mutantes apenas, porque, né? Eu meio que desisti de Assassin's Creed, sabe? E deixa eu puxar o nosso navigation. Nossa, não é a chata. Vai, chata, fala. Deixa eu ver o CC se consigo de português pra você. Espero que eu não fique muito em cima da legenda. Mas enfim, vamos lá ver então, né? O que eles vão fazer pra gente.
Though it appears that you've managed to win over part of the crowd, some of your testimony doesn't add up. You can be rest assured that I, Farina, the god of justice, will get to the bottom of this matter. No details shall
Deixa até a voz dela.
Yes, that sounds perfect. A god must be firm. A god must not allow any detail to slip through the cracks. My dear citizens, just as the will of a god remains opaque to the understanding of mere mortals, so too is truth unmoved by even the strongest of wills. I will now speak to the defendant. If you honor the values of truth, justice, and next, what should I say during the trial tomorrow?
Eu não fiz ainda as histórias. Eu vou fazer em algum momento, mas eu não fiz ainda. Olha quem tá vindo no cantinho, ó. Dá pra ver só o olhinho dele. Olha quem tá vindo.
Lady Farina, what are you doing?
Oh, Nervilette! As the god of justice, it is only expected that I should remain informed of every trial and make the necessary preparations. Is there something that you needed? If you wish to seek an audience with me, then please make an appointment with Sir Intendant Chevalmeron in advance.
Ok.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique de Analyse Coordinate.
Desculpa. É por causa que no TikTok tem um meme, né, dele falando isso. Em inglês, eu acho muito engraçado. Todo mundo fala que ele tá falando como se estivesse dançando. Ai, Boninho, olá, como você tá? Eu acho isso muito engraçado, então eu lembrei na hora disso aí, não deu pra segurar o riso.
The Hydro are come to be punished via the death sentence.
Oxe, eu perdi o capítulo todo! Eu perdi o livro! O que aconteceu?
You and I both know that there may be issues with the primordial sea.
Everyone on the street
Realmente
who
preciso fazer
happened to
logo a
be
história,
close to the
viu?
water didn't have a chance to escape. As the water levels rose, they suddenly disappeared.
Sim, é a 4.2.
Shouldn't gods be all powerful?
What's done is done. Just trust in me, your Archon.
Eu vou sair agora nesse bando, né?
Whether you can truly convince yourself to or not. The show begins. Shower me with praise. Let my name echo in
Mindorina. Dê minha vida.
What's the news?
Ixi, é lógico que fofinha ela. Mais simpática que a Furina, hein?
Say cheese. Breaking news.
Ela é Instagrammer.
I know you're not a local, but I'd avoid getting too close to any water that looks strange all the same. There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean.
The prophecy, yes. What has been prophesied will be fulfilled. I, Farina, will use this trial to show the world the true
Mob mobs, que legal.
This judgment is fair and just.
What is the meaning you would call
You have
this?
never been as
Justice?
superficial as you have presented yourself to be.
No more excuses.
Then why should we acknowledge it?
Fusilo, why did you deceive us?
Mais feliz com ela saindo do que a Furina, isso é verdade, hein? Eu, por exemplo, sou uma delas.
God and rejoice.
We're just a moment. This isn't right.
Que é a voz dele, do Nevilete.
Seem to remember
Floor will now
this trial is
Ih, morreu.
I now understand the true purpose behind this position.
Riu então. Kildike, muito obrigada pelo seu resub. Tudo bem? Boa tarde, como que você tá?
This one, Fusilo.
Everyone's.
Caramba, olha que legal.
What should I do?
The prophecy that you've been
O
fed
feriadão tá legal, né? Eu tô bem, obrigada por perguntar. E você?
should now be in full swing.
E essa moça? Porque ela tem cara de roncaísta, ela não tem cara de Genshin Impactista. Ei! Ei!
I suppose this would also be the justice that belongs to you. All will eventually end in a magnificent and dramatic trial. Farewell, Nervalette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Caramba! Caramba! Eu tenho que zerar logo a história, meu Deus do céu. A gente vai fazer história, tá? Hoje a gente vai fazer história. Código, pra quem não sabe, os outros códigos estão aqui empinados no nosso chat. Eu vou usar depois da live quando for jogar. Vamos pular a parte do código.
Act Point 2 Special Program. Woo! Yay! I'm Sarah Miller Cruz, the voice of the female traveler Lumine, and I'm joined today by two guests to bring you the latest news for the upcoming version. Okay, why don't you introduce yourselves?
All right, yeah, sounds good. I'll start. Hey everyone, I'm Amberly Connors, the voice of Farina, and I am super...
Já na história, eu não fiz nenhuma história. Eu fiz metade da primeira história de Fontaine. Eu fiz só a primeira, o arco. Falta 2 ainda.
Excited to be on this special program today. Travelers already met the Hydro Archon at the start of their journey in
É que eu tive que
Fontaine.
cancelar muita live. Aí eu acabei não jogando tanto. Desculpa. Tati.
And as the story continues, how will this special god avert the crisis foretold in the prophecy? I hope everyone's excited to see what happens next.
I mean, I sure am. I'm at the edge of my seat. My name is Ray Chase, and I'm the voice of Neuvillette, the dragon sovereign of water and Eudex of Fontaine. I'm sure many of you already consider Neuvillette a very trustworthy partner, and I hope
Eu liberei as fazendas de Fontaine, depois procrastinei. Exatamente, que o Dark fez a mesma coisa.
forward to seeing more of him in version 4.2.
Yes, for sure. Totally.
Yep.
Okay, so next, let's dive into the major content that we have coming in version 4.2. In the intro, Farina said we need to make an appointment with Surintendant Cheval Moran. So, you know,
Cheval
she's
Moran.
really busy as Fontaine's Archon, and she's a pretty big celebrity at the Opera House. So, the special program team gave me an itinerary to follow, and it appears to show all of Farina's recent plans.
Farina's recent plans, let me guess, she's going to be going to trial, and then another trial, and then another.
Actually, that sounds about right.
Okay, the itinerary seems pretty packed, so let's take a look at the first item.
Vamos ver.
Oh, looks like Ray called it. Wow.
Yeah.
There is nothing more
Epiclesi.
important to Farina than attending trials at the Opera House. But this trial is a little different from the usual.
Ooh, interesting.
I know. I keep looking at the water rushing
I
in. I'm like,
know.
what's happening?
Yes, it looks like there's some spotlights and it's like a curtain.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Seems like, you know,
maybe also Nouvellette is keeping an eye on things from behind the scenes, maybe?
Very serious.
He's always keeping an eye on stuff.
Uma coisa que eu não posso reclamar, desculpa, falar que eu tava bocejando. É que essa arte tá muito bonita, caramba.
And always just a little bit
Muito bem
disappointing.
feita.
Fair. Okay, in version 4.2, travelers will get to experience Act 5 of the Fontaine Archon quest, Masquerade of the Guilty. We'll team up with Fontainian friends to delve deeper into the hurricane of events and face the...
Mas assim, pelo que eu vi, parece que tem mais uma área pra abrir, né? Também com essa missão aí dela. Porque cada missão abre uma parte de Fontaine. Então talvez nessa aí vai abrir, porque no início do vídeo lá mostrou uma área aparentemente nova. Tchau, Bonnie! Você também, até mais.
Gradually unveil new facts behind this crisis and encounter an evil that has been lurking in the swirling depths.
Ooh.
I know.
Ooh, swirling depths. Very spooky. Right, so, you know, the prophecy in Fontaine is on the brink of coming true. And this is possibly the greatest crisis we've faced in our journey through Teyvat.
Definitely. In version 4.1, we learned about this precarious situation involving the rising primordial seawater. Nouvellette barely arrived in time to hold back the seawater from engulfing the fortress of Meripede, but still, the water has reached Poisson.
Luckily, the crisis was averted by Navia's leadership of Espina de Rosula. Though, we probably can't dismiss the assistance provided
Pois é, né? Eu não vi nada a parte dessa história. Agora levando vários spoilers. Ou seja, joga em game!
The knave either. Whatever her end goal may be, it seems like she sincerely wants to save Fontaine from the prophecy. But there's only so much that we can say. Travelers will have to go and play through the version themselves to discover the clues, adventures, and stories
pode falar da história.
Yes, exactly. So be sure to play through, uncover hidden truths, and witness this epic chapter of Fontaine's history for yourself when Act 5 of the Archon quest becomes available.
Sounds good.
Yay!
Hey, question. Have we forgotten a pretty important character who's been missing from the Fortress of Meripede?
Oh, yeah.
Charles?
You mean Charles?
Oxi, o Charlie não apareceu até agora nas 2 missões que saíram desde que ele foi preso? Ele tá andando até agora, tadinho.
Yeah.
Ah, tô falando, moça, ainda não. Aqui são 10h40 da manhã. Tomei café da manhã agora há pouco. E você?
Where's Child?
We searched all over the fortress for him.
Yup. I guess we'll just have to live with the suspense for a little longer. Not ideal, but it's fine.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But we saw Child appear at the end of the last version's Archon quest, so it probably won't be long until we see him again.
Okay, good.
Okay.
But we really need to talk about Farina.
What?
She's confronted
Não,
with
falta Farina não. Sinto fudão. Eu já tinha te dito isso, aliás, viu? Você tá esquecido, hein?
Because she's confronted with a crisis that's tough for even one of the great elemental dragons. Of course, Fontaine will have the travelers' help, but what choices will our Hydro Archon make in the face of the crisis?
Well, just like the prophecy itself, all will be revealed at the fated time. But knowing Farina,
Tudo bem, só não
perhaps she'll
esqueça
have
mais,
made
hein?
some preparations.
Once again, disappointed. No way.
Come on, guys, have some faith.
Não.
Okay, to bolster everyone's confidence in Farina, let's learn a little more about this one-of-a-kind Archon.
No.
Why are you just standing there with your mouth gaping? You must be stunned and at a loss for words. Understandable. It is I, after all, Fontaine's most beloved star, Farina. I'm on a very tight schedule, so you're lucky to even get an appointment with me.
Oh my gosh, I love her outfit.
Yes. Oh, and her eyes, like each of them are different. She's got these little eyelashes and her hat.
Até heterofobia nos
You'd
olhos.
expect for a Hydro Archon that she'd have the best drip.
Oh?
Oh.
Ah, não, Nouvellette é drip. No.
Okay, you know what? It seems as if she's always dressed like she's about to attend a performance. You know what I mean?
Yes. That's Fontaine's biggest celebrity for you. And speaking of drip,
let's take a look at her combat abilities.
Vamos ver quão ruim ela é.
Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
Cringe.
Strike a pose. Let the world
Depois que salva dela é os pokémonzinhos dela, né? É fofinho. Mas fora isso... E a Charlotte que do nada aparece pra tirar foto dela. Caramba. Toca.
Whoa, that is
Wow.
so cool. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I like the way she kind of like bows. Very dramatic. Yes.
Very much.
Falou que ela é
Só-
muito forte. Ela pode ser o melhor personagem de Genshin Impact. A gente não vai puxar pra ela.
All of her moves are part of a performance.
Yes. Totally.
Ela pode zerar o abismo do 1 ao 12 sozinha. Sem cura. Dando um peteleque cada monstro. Não vai puxar pra ela ainda.
Look at her elemental burst. Her presence really fills the stage. Everyone else is just an extra.
Esse é o Nevilete.
Wait,
Exatamente.
The creatures that Farina summons, they look a lot like the Fontamer aberrants that we've encountered before. There's a seahorse, a crab, an octopus, and they are all so cute.
É, isso é fofinho mesmo. Eu não vou negar.
Oh my gosh, no, the octopus is even wearing a hat! What a distinguished little gentleman!
Correction here, Sarah. They're a bit different from
Tá cortando
Fontamer
pouquinho
aberrants.
o...
I would know. To my knowledge, these creatures are Farina's, quote, honored guests. They even help manage her daily affairs.
Ela tá falando muito pra mal o chat.
Exactly.
Tem
So,
outro
Farina often
uso
invites
e corta
guests to her
direitinho.
tea party, which is known as the Salon Solitaire. And those creatures are actually special guests of the Salon Solitaire.
Aww.
And she even gave each member a name.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So you've got the maid, Mademoiselle Crabaletta.
Caramba, a empregada de nome nem tem nome.
Absolutely.
O bichinho não tem nem nome direito. O nome dele é só camareira. Que é a empregada. Não tem um segundo nome. Aí o caranguejo tem, né?
Yes. And then you've got the housekeeper, Sir Intendant Cheval Moran.
Cheval Moran.
Ah, there he is.
And the conferencier, Gentilhomme Usher.
Oh.
And that last one is a stickler for propriety.
Oh, okay. So when Farina said to make an appointment with Sir Intendant Cheval Moran, this is who she was referring to?
Yes.
Oh, é
my
fofinho,
God.
pelo menos.
Wow.
I didn't know it was so cute.
Exactly. Farina even makes him spew bubbles in her idol animation.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable.
Okay, I'm sure everyone is just itching to know more about the skills shown in that clip. So, Amber, why don't you take it away? Tell us everything.
Yes, you got it.
É, curte tudo, não é?
So,
É isso aí.
Farina is a Hydro Sword user.
Okay.
She usually defaults to an Usia Arca alignment in combat. When in this state, her elemental skill invites the 3 members of the Salon Solitaire, Mademoiselle Crabaletta, Sir Intendant Cheval Moran, and Gentilhomme Usher
Salão
to the
solitário.
stage. I love it. It's so cute. And, you know, these Salon members will attack nearby opponents, prioritizing the target of the active character.
Ooh.
Their damage increases the more characters there are in the party over a certain HP amount.
Okay, I was listening to all that, but at the very top, you said that she usually defaults to an Usia Arca alignment. So she has more than one alignment?
Yes, exactly. Farina's charged attack not only deals physical damage, but also allows her to switch between Usia and Numa Arca alignments.
Whoa.
Wow. Based on what we just saw, it seems like her Arca alignment has an effect on her other skills as well.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
sure does. Farina's elemental skill changes depending on whether she is aligned with Usia or Numa.
That's cool.
It's super cool. After Farina uses her charged attack
Pode
to
para
switch to
continuar
a
chato,
Numa
verdade.
Arca alignment, her elemental skill summons the Singer of Many Waters to provide healing to nearby party members.
Oh, nice.
Yes. The
a
summons
healer.
created by Farina's elemental skill will remain on the field for a period of time even after Farina is switched out.
Farina's elemental burst deals damage to surrounding opponents. And when the party
Esse cara é
member's
tudo,
HP
é.
increases or decreases, Farina will accumulate fanfare points. That's my trumpet. Farina increases the
Dá uma
damage
corinha
and
bufadando.
the incoming healing bonus of nearby party members based on the amount of fanfare she has.
Wow, it seems like this fighting style really suits Farina's character. It's very showy and unpredictable.
Totally. I can already see the fluctuations in my team's HP bar. That healing skill might come in handy.
Yeah, for real. And due to her knowledge of deep water aberrants, Farina's passive talent can decrease the cooldown on abilities gained from the xenochromatic Fontamer aberrants.
Ooh.
Wow, you can say that again.
Yeah, and that'll make it even easier to uncover the secrets lurking in the depths.
Always the
Poxa, não demora tanto assim o negócio dela, a habilidade de dar ataque dos bichinhos.
Oh, and I almost forgot. Whenever one of Farina's summons is on the field, Farina gains the ability to walk on water.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
Poxa, tô dando a mina virou Jesus, como assim?
that is so cool.
Yes.
Hey, I actually saw that Farina's outfit changes whenever she switches between arc
Oh
alignments.
yeah.
Yeah, good eye. You're correct.
you.
It does change. But, you know, such is the charm of a celebrity, I suppose. Yes, so if you want to learn more about Farina, then be sure
Quero
to
não.
accompany her on her story
Vou
quest,
fazer não.
the Animula Kuraji chapter.
Ah,
Quero não.
amazing. Okay, so next up we have another old friend to introduce. She's now able to join the traveler's party with her trusty companion, Monsieur Verite. That's right. It's Charlotte.
Yay!
Wow.
A Instagrammer.
Cool.
So cute.
We've known Charlotte for a while now. The traveler met her during the Summoner Summit event, which took them on an adventure all over Teyvat.
Yes, that's right. Charlotte's hard-hitting
Não
spirit
fiz esse
and
evento.
determination to uncover the truth really leave an impression, don't they?
Yeah.
That's right. During our journey in Fontaine, didn't she treat the traveler to a magnificent meal in order to get a scoop about Wriothesley? Though she did.
Melhor TikToker do que NPC. Verdade. Olha, quer foto da bunda do Wesley.
End up getting the interview that she wanted in the end, huh? But I don't think that will deter her. She'll always be in search of the truth. The world is her treasure chest, and only her camera can determine its contents and the truths they contain. Speaking of her camera, Monsieur Verite just so happens to be her greatest assistant and companion. They're friends. Charlotte's talent for photography is truly a marvel. No matter the subject or setting, her photos somehow always capture an unparalleled sense of artistry. The peerless Monsieur Verite turns her photos into eye-catching mementos. In fact, many Fontainians even cut the prints out of the newspaper and keep them as clippings.
Oh, that's
Isso é culpamento de Stalker.
so cool. And Monsieur Verite is so cute, even has its own little hat and tie.
I know! Charlotte actually commissioned both of those items from Chiori. She even commissioned Monsieur Verite's accessories in several different styles to match different interview settings. Isn't that cute?
Wow,
Muito
that
fofo.
is
Melhor que a
pretty
Furinha, olha
thoughtful.
só.
I suppose that just shows how much Charlotte cherishes her own Monsieur Verite.
Yes, it really does. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at Charlotte's character showcase, shall we?
Vamos ver, vamos ver.
Let's do it.
Yes.
If you keep your eyes peeled and your mind engaged, you'll find there's always a new
Ela ainda
story
tem
nearby just
lacinho.
waiting to be discovered. Say cheese!
Diga queijo.
Breaking news!
Whoa.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
really like
Tô bem
moving
ansiosa pra virar uma Instagrammer no game.
around.
Yes! Honestly, it's just what you'd expect of a reporter for the Steambird. Even her combat skills involve taking photos. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, and
makes
then like
sense.
what a lively character. Her combat moves, like I was saying, she's moving around. They're super
Yeah.
dynamic. It seems like
Yes.
she's always on the move.
News on the march. Exactly. Charlotte is an expert at applying the skills and talents that she's developed as a reporter to other areas of her life, and that includes combat. With her trusty companion, Monsieur Verite, she captures enemies from all angles, unleashing attacks while discovering and exposing their weaknesses.
Yes. Honestly, I would expect nothing less from one of Fontaine's most famous reporters.
Também não esperava
Who
menos.
knew cameras could do that, though? I didn't know you could use them as a weapon.
Same.
The more you know, I guess.
Okay,
Tô no
here's some cool
constante, né?
stuff. Charlotte's elemental
Gostei.
skill applies
Ó.
snappy silhouette to opponents caught within the viewfinder of her camera. During this effect's duration, marked opponents will intermittently take damage.
Wow.
Holding Charlotte's elemental skill strengthens
Achei
these effects
criativo, hein?
and
Eu
applies
gostei.
focused impression to opponents instead. Now her elemental burst creates a news flash field that continuously restores HP
Olha
to party
vários
members
Monsieur
within its
Verite.
range. Monsieur Verite, he's also going to join in and intermittently attack opponents during the duration of the ability. As an
Eu
experienced
gosto de dano
reporter,
em área, eu gosto bastante de dano em área, porque geralmente eu uso o Zonli como, com o escudo dele, né? Como isca. E trago todo mundo pro dano em área.
Charlotte is an expert at adapting her methods to match the needs of her target. When paired with Fontaine characters, Charlotte receives a healing bonus. When paired with non-Fontaine characters, she receives a cryo damage bonus. Now, that is not all. There is more. During the 4.2 special event, travelers can complete a quest to receive a special gadget called the Zoom Lens. When Charlotte activates the Zoom Lens, it will trigger her passive talent called
Viu? Olha, a gente vai realmente virar Instagrammer.
First Person Shutter.
Oh my gosh, that's
When you
amazing.
hold her elemental skill, the gadget will cause you to enter photo mode instead.
That is
Oh,
so
que legal. Quero ela agora.
That is super rad, and you know, I have a feeling some super cool pictures are gonna come out of that.
Olha só que bonito.
Oh yeah.
We are going to provide
Aw.
more information about the Zoom Lens and how to use it during the event overview portion.
So, Farina and Charlotte will both be featured in
Ela tinha
version
4 estrelas, ela tem uma cara de 5 estrelas, porque deixaram ela 4 estrelas quando a Furina é 5 estrelas? Mas que cacetada é essa? Ei! Justiça pra Charlotte! Ela merece uma 5 estrelas tanto contra a Furina.
4.2 event wishes.
Ooh.
In the first half of version 4.2, we'll have event wishes showcasing Farina and Baiju. During
Então, se tu perde o evento, vai ficar sem zoom. Exatamente, Rainy. Que legal, né? Bom, eu me recuso a atirar no banner da Furina, porque eu não quero pegar ela nem ferrando. Mas tem o banner do Baiju. Então eu vou tirar no banner do Baiju pra puxar a Charlotte.
this time, Charlotte will also receive a huge drop rate boost.
Huge boost.
Huge boost.
Aí o boost é de, em vez de tu pegar, em vez de 0.5, é 0.6, tá, chat?
A new 5-star sword, Splendor of Tranquil Waters, will
Ok,
be
a espada é
featured in the
bonita.
weapon event
Uma
banner.
Furina toda covardezinha. Sim.
Sword.
Nossa, a espada é bonita. Realmente.
And in the second half of version 4.2,
Saino e
we'll have
Kamisato.
reruns for Saino
Eu tenho os dois.
and Ayato.
Okay, let's take a look at what other information we can learn from Farina's itinerary. It looks like she's investigating something.
Ooh.
Oh, there's even a report attached.
Tell us what it says.
Okay, I will. It says, strange rumblings have been heard in the
novo
depths
boss.
of Fontaine's waters. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, it's here already?
Olha como é bonitão.
Oh.
Look at that.
Oh.
Well. It looks like it's in a
Puxa a
sea
arma do
of pink
sino.
and blue stars.
Acho que eu tenho a
Oh,
arma
I
dele
remember
já.
this well. I recognize this well.
Wait,
Qual é a arma
yeah.
dele?
Isn't this the whale that the traveler saw in Child's vision at the end of the version 4.1 Archon quest?
Yep.
Não, eu tenho que fazer
same
isso aqui,
one.
cadê?
After ravaging its way through the primordial sea,
Aquela
this
feiona,
otherworldly
tá.
creature has at long last broken the seal and descended upon Fontaine.
Ooh,
dear.
it's real big. It feels like it might even burst right through the screen.
Oh, I hope not. I get this feeling that this isn't the type of opponent that we can just brute force our way through.
Mas parece muito a...
Exactly. In the first phase,
eu,
we'll use its gigantic-
Parece muito o boss lá do Child, só fizeram um copy e cola e fizeram maior, colocaram um chifrinho.
gigantic size to target the traveler with massive AoE attacks from all directions.
Caramba, como é
Dodging
que
is
bate nele?
definitely your friend with this one.
Oh boy.
Que tem o Zoninho agora tá muito feliz, viu? Tipo eu.
Okay. So there also seems to be sort of a progress bar next to the boss's HP bar.
Yeah.
What's that for?
Okay, since we can't outfight it, we'll have to outsmart it instead. The creature just freed itself from captivity and is brimming with anger. So if you can find a way to capitalize on that anger, perhaps you'll also find its weaknesses.
Oh, okay, wait.
Ih, rapaz,
is
uma bocona.
somebody being eaten? Is it even possible to survive something like that?
Que diabo pode acontecer?
I guess here it
Tem
is.
planeta dentro do estômago dele?
This is an entirely different space, it looks like. And there's a new enemy here with a massive sword. Oh, these
Grande
sun
igual meu
creatures also look vaguely familiar to me.
I wonder what the deal is with all of this. Perhaps defeating this mysterious enemy within this space
Você
will
pode
be
pro
the key to defeating the whale.
Terror.
Travelers will need to
Isso aí.
experiment for themselves.
Ooh, yeah. All truths will be revealed in version 4.2.
Well said. Oh man, this boss looks really, really tough. What happens if we, for some reason, can't defeat it?
Ooh.
Okay, this update actually helps with that problem. Starting from 4.2,
É claro que vão deixar o boss mais fácil, né?
an option will appear on the challenge failed screen to
Sabe
lower
por quê? Quando saiu a luta de boss do Child, tava muito difícil. Eu joguei na época que tava muito difícil. Pra mim tava fácil, porque eu tava bem ocupada, joguei desde o início. Pra mim tava ok. Eu também tinha Zoli na época já. Então teve uma massa de gente que foram reclamar disso pra Royal Vest, que na época chamava só Mihoyo. E então eles diminuíram a dificuldade dele na próxima coisa. Porém, não saiu, tipo, como saiu aqui agora, de que tu pode baixar as coisas. Mas acharam que ele tava muito difícil, a luta de boss do Charge. Daí diminuíram a dificuldade dele. Acho que diminuíram a vida ou alguma coisa. Não sei o que diminuíram exatamente, porque eu não li as notas que saíram. Eu só soube depois que tinham já modificado e diminuído ele, porque uma grande comunidade estava reclamando que tava muito difícil e impossível de fazer ele. Sendo que eu acho isso... Eu acho o boss lá dos Karamuchi mais difícil do que o Child.
are struggling to defeat them during a main quest. Hopefully, this provides a smoother gaming experience for travelers to enjoy.
Eu provavelmente usaria a parte de bater no boss, mas diminuir a coisa do boss, se eu conseguir terminar a história mais rápido, tipo assim, sabe?
Love that. Now we don't need to worry about getting
Porque
stuck.
desculpa eu pular toda hora, mas é por causa que agora a Mihoyo acha que 1 milhão de vida é igual a dificuldade alta. Mas não, 1 milhão de vida é igual a chatice alta. Sabe? É que eles estão querendo dizer, que eu tô querendo fazer. Toda vez que ele fala, esse boss é muito difícil, não, é porque ele tem muita vida. 1 milhão, 2 milhões de vida, porque isso pra Mihoyo que significa dificuldade, mas não. Só significa chatice. É muito chato. Eu consigo bater fácil em alguns boss que são considerados difíceis. Só porque eles têm pouca vida.
While trying to advance the main story.
Totally.
Hey, that was a lot of information, wasn't it? Can we take a short little break while we have a look at the second redemption code, maybe?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's do it.
Segundo código.
Hello.
Hello.
Oi, gente.
Yay! So, we've introduced new characters, new plot lines, and a new boss. But I hope you're still eager for new content, travelers, because there's still more to come. Let's take a look at what other information we can learn from Farina's itinerary.
Yay!
Okay, aside from investigating crises, it seems like our Hydro Archon also goes on occasional excursions throughout
Tem
Fontaine.
aquele exemplo de boss difícil que manda aberto e faltou ainda mais dano que os bosses semanais. Ah, sim, aquele. Eu não lutei contra ele ainda. Um que eu achei meio chato. Exclamação não. Aspas, difícil. um caranguejo debaixo d'água. Achei ele chato. Mas porque ele tem muita vida. E não porque ele é difícil. Porque ele é muito fácil de bater quando tu aprende um negocinho. Ele só tinha muita vida.
Who knew she did all this work behind the scenes?
I certainly didn't.
Well, maybe she's just using it as an excuse to scout out a place for one of her tea parties.
Oh.
Farina and excuses. Typical.
Nossa, o Nevilete odeia a Furina, hein? Toda hora cutucando ela.
Seems like the places Farina has chosen to visit this time feature some peculiar landscapes.
Oh, yeah. It looks like Farina is in Areneus Forest on the east side of Fontaine. And that's right behind the Opera House.
Olha bonito.
What a cool place. Although, it does kind of look like it could be hiding some secrets.
Definitely wouldn't be a video game if there weren't secrets.
Oh,
Things
yeah.
are definitely not what they seem here. For example, strange things have been happening with the water veins around Loch Urania. As you can see, a strong windstorm has gathered around the vortex rising from the middle of the lake. It's almost like it's preventing certain things from getting closer and forcibly pushing other things away. And take a look at this, the foggy forest path.
That fog is really
Gostei
thick.
do nome da floresta, tem bastante criativo.
That's why they call it the foggy forest path. And what about this area? The weeping willow of the lake.
Ooh, it looks all withered and
And
spoopy.
the water doesn't look quite right. Like it's
A árvore parece esquisita pra mim, ou pra mim parece que ela tá flutuando. Parece aqueles bugs de quando tu quebra o tronco da árvore, mas a copa da árvore fica flutuando, porque ela esqueceu que tem que cair também junto com o tronco.
And the water doesn't look quite right. Like it's cloudy or something. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Tá suja.
Exactly. It seems like Verena also realized something was off. It looks like she headed underwater to investigate, and what did she find? A number of
Ah não, aquela mesma bobeira que lançaram em Sumeru, vocês lembram? Tinha aquele negócio lá da floresta toda infectada, tu tinha que fazer uma batalha lá e a tua vida era sugada quando tu não terminava o puzzle que ia te quebrar as folhinhas. Trouxeram isso pra cá, cara.
contaminated bacterial mats.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of, there are always new things to discover beneath Fontaine's waters. In this update, we'll encounter a new type of Fontamer aberrant, the xenochromatic ball octopus.
Ooh.
Travelers can borrow its abilities to cleanse away the contamination clots and contamination cores from the bacterial mats. Pretty cool. In addition, with the help of a special device, travelers will be able to use this creature's abilities on the surface as well. They may be the key to solving certain puzzles or perhaps even powering certain objects. But we'll leave that for you to discover.
Ooh.
To learn more about the story behind the new Areneus Forest region, be sure to check out the version 4.2 world quest called The Wild Fairy of Areneus. I'll give you a hint. Melazines are involved.
Pois é, tem uma missão da Melazine pra fazer ainda.
Melazines.
Oh, then it would certainly be a world quest that you won't want to skip.
É, realmente é uma nova área mesmo.
Forest, you'll find the Mort region. There, a singular tower stands tall above an island in the middle of the sea. Perhaps it's also guarding some unspeakable secrets.
Ooh. Actually, it looks like that's the very next stop on Farina's itinerary, so let's go check it out. Okay, I bet a bunch of travelers noticed this tower since they've arrived in Fontaine. I'm so excited that we finally get to check it out.
Yes, same. Yeah, in version 4.2, the sealed ruin tower is the focus of a quest series called Search in the Algae Sea.
Ooh.
I know. And after unlocking 4 seals along its perimeter, the tower and its long buried
Eu fiz nem menção dos cubos ainda, meu Deus do céu, eu tô muito atrasada, socorro.
secrets will be unveiled to us.
Oh, amazing.
Engraçado, né, que um pouco antes de Fontaine ser lançada, né, eu joguei bastante offline, fiz várias missões e tudo mais, peguei todos os dendróculos. Fiz tudo que tinha que fazer lá em Sumeru. Porque eu também tinha enrolado bastante lá. E eu me enterrei em Fontaine. Eu me enterrei. Corro!
Amazing! Okay, it would feel great to finally demystify all the secrets churning under the seemingly calm waters.
Yes, I want answers. I also we all want answers. It seems like there's a very important and very ancient story behind it all.
That is very right. New stories are always unfolding in Fontaine, whether above water or below. And this is not limited to the 2 new regions in this update. The prophesied earthquake woke up new life forms in other places where
Outro
destinies
boss.
intersect.
Só temos 2 boss novo.
Oh, destinies!
Destinies! In certain underwater cave, a new life form is waking up. It has greater and more diverse powers of transformation while in combat. So don't let your guard down, travelers.
Yes. And
A gente já tem um cubo de água, né? Que tá lá lá na casa lá da casa da Yomiya. Você lembra do cubo de água? Então, provavelmente não vai ter um cubo de água no Fontaine. É estranho isso. Isso, Inazuma, obrigada. Que a gente tem lá já um cubo de água. Porque quando saiu o Sumero, né? A gente teve o cubo de dentro de Sumero.
some places still seem to tell the stories of events long past, no matter how long they've been abandoned. So, in this update, travelers can also look forward to the climax of the Narcissan Croix's adventure questline that was introduced over the last 2 versions. And there might even be an unexpected surprise waiting at the end.
Eu fiz a primeira parte dessa cruz de narcissos. Eu fiz sem querer porque eu tava pegando hidróculos na primeira área que saiu de Fontaine.
A surprise! I can't wait to see what it is.
Same.
All right, there's a lot to discover in the new areas of the map, but Farina's itinerary doesn't stop there. Oh wait, it looks like she's arranged to spend some time with her subjects.
Aww.
Farina is
Wow.
pretty personable. Who's to say? She might even make an appearance at the events taking place in Fontaine.
Speaking of, let's move on to the event portion.
Whoop, whoop. All right, the Fontaine Fishing Association has recently posted a commission to investigate the rumors of water imps near Aranius
fofinho,
Island.
Freminete.
Ooh, another investigation.
I know.
Oh, and Fremine seems to be involved.
Ele ganha
That
Freminete.
little clockwork penguin next to him must be one of his other companions. But it doesn't look like Pear.
Actually, its name is Thelxie. The name comes from a Fontanian fairy tale that describes a terrifying creature that lives underwater. Adults would use the story to keep children away from the shore. As the story goes, children who play by the water are food for Thelxie to devour.
Caramba!
Yeah, for real.
Traumatizando as crianças, né?
Children must be
Muito bom.
pretty afraid of that creature.
I know, right? It does seem a little unusual for Fremine to give this little penguin a name like that. There must be some other reason.
Wait, hey, does this event also have something to do with this clockwork penguin?
Absolutely. In this event, we'll be helping Fremine make some improvements to this little clockwork penguin. There will be a total of 3 main stages to the event. As for the first stage, we'll repair the penguin by fixing its circuits and reconnecting the motherboard. In return, the little guy will help us out on our journey.
Oh, I
Pretty
love that.
As our journey progresses, we'll collect colorful shells, corals, and other items which can be used to outfit our little friend with weapons and equipment. Which brings us to the second stage of the event, using an echoing conch to search underwater and find the items that we need for the penguin.
And, what happens if we run into certain speed bumps on our adventure? You know, like monsters, puzzles,
Tu bate neles, ué.
all that jazz.
Well, it seems like the perfect opportunity for our little penguin buddy to shine.
Exactly. In the third stage of the event, the clockwork penguin will help us defeat monsters lurking around a
Claro,
specific
tem que ter
domain
evento
and
de
obtain
batalha,
any
né?
treasures that they may be guarding. Of course, the clockwork penguin will provide different buffs in each battle to help travelers emerge victorious.
Whoa.
Now, as for the story behind these battles, travelers will just have to find out for themselves.
Let's see. After helping the penguin, the next item on the itinerary is... Oh, the cute little fungi are back!
Cool.
Hania, a friend we met in Sumeru, has arrived in Fontaine to promote Lil Fungi's Fantastic Fiesta.
Oh, and
É o evento
speaking
passado
of
de Sumeru.
fun, guys, I think I recognize some familiar faces. Bongo Head, it's time to shine!
Yay! Travelers may notice some differences in this update's fungi event. Aside from taking place in Fontaine, the gameplay has also been optimized. Previously, we led the Lil Fungi in battle against Mechanici, This time, we'll have the opportunity to challenge a whole host of powerful monsters.
Awesome. Travelers will be able to command a variety of fungi, adjusting their movement to target different enemies. And don't forget to use marvelous gels to instruct the little fungi to unleash powerful skills.
Yeah! Travelers will hopefully enjoy playing with the fungi more than ever.
Here's hoping.
Espero que ele
Actually, I have a
não
little
tenha
note here to
estragado
pass
ele.
along from our developer friends. It's the note, some unfolding. While they hope to make the little fungi and some other events permanent so travelers can play at any time, the team feels that the current design doesn't adequately sustain long-term gameplay. So, they're going to continue iterating, optimizing, and improving this event.
Outro evento que deveria ser permanente além desse é o evento de pique-esconde, né? Imagina só. E daí tu pode fazer multiplayer sempre. Fazer com outras pessoas, aí tu tá afim de fazer uma coisa diferenciada. Nossa, ia sair tanta coisa engraçada disso. É um dos melhores eventos.
While also working hard to develop interesting content that is relevant to the overall game. Thanks, devs.
Yeah, thanks!
All right. Okay, let's take a look at what else Farina's itinerary has in store. Oh, it's the Graph Adversarial Technology Experiment Log!
Aqui tu vai ganhar lente, provavelmente.
I'm more than ready to fight some adversaries. Let me at 'em!
I wish I could, but it doesn't actually involve fighting. A researcher obsessed with graph adversarial technology has made great contributions to the study of counter-criminal image recognition. She believes that her research can help her achieve great success. But her scholarly responsibilities make it difficult for her to collect the field samples that she needs.
I'm guessing this is where the Traveler comes in.
Okay, you're not wrong. But Pauline's request is actually pretty reasonable. To receive rewards, simply submit photographs of 5 different sample types that match the characteristic that's given on each
Outro
day.
evento de fotografia. Toda vez que lança uma nova área, né, eles fazem esse evento pra te explorar mais a área e abrir todas as coisas. Porque a Mihoyo sabe que tem gente preguiçosa, tipo eu. E se não tiver esses eventos, não vai checar a área toda.
Also, exchange these samples with your friends. You might be able to find useful references for the samples that you need to collect in the Adventure Archive. At the end of the quest, travelers will receive a special gift from Pauline.
Ooh!
That's right! It's the zoom lens we met.
Acho que em vez do Framinate, deveriam ter dado a Charlotte, né? Por causa ela tem literalmente o item que vai ganhar do evento que combina com ela e combina com a passiva dela. Tipo, eles não pensam.
Mentioned during Charlotte's character introduction.
Ela tá só 4 estrelas.
To use it, just equip the camera and activate the zoom lens in your inventory. The zoom lens can be attached to all cameras obtained in the game up to this point. When equipped with other characters, the zoom lens won't be able to be used in combat, but if you switch to Charlotte and hold your elemental skill, you'll be able to snap pics with zoom lens even while fighting. You can even use it in domains.
Double whoa. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. And I bet travelers will be able to capture some amazing moments in co-op mode too.
And even if you miss the chance to participate in the event, there's no need to worry. Travelers will still be able to obtain the zoom lens after the event ends.
Ok, tipo, então... eu acho que eles aprenderam. Pra quem não sabe, eu pedi isso também, tá? Na época que saiu lá a montanha de gelo lá de Mondstadt, eu tinha parado de jogar um tempo. Tô muito ocupada com a vida, não tá afim de jogar. Então eu perdi o evento que dava a espada, que seria a melhor espada do jogo, de graça. E até hoje, a comunidade não esquece disso, Dragon Spy, isso. E a comunidade não esquece, e toda vez que tem um evento que tem uma arma específica, um item muito específico, todo mundo lá. Olha, se tu não for agora pra ter esse evento, vai perder esse item, nunca mais vai voltar, que nem Dragon Spy, hein? Eu acho isso hilário.
Sweet. It seems like Farina has also learned of the existence of a domain shrouded in mist. Travelers who master the leyline features and put together the strongest party will be able to easily beat their opponents.
Now, less experienced travelers like myself don't need to worry either. Using trial characters and taking advantage of the buffs brought about by the leyline.
Eu que nem alguns itens de evento, deixar pra comprar eles. Eles fizeram isso depois que a comunidade reclamou muito sobre Dragon Spine. Porém, eles não retornaram essa maldita espada. Eles retornaram vários itens de outros eventos que tu pode comprar naquelas lojas lá que tem um diamantezinho. Um deles tu pode comprar lá de eventos passados e tudo mais e utilizar eles. Mas essa arma, eles não voltaram.
So great ways to come at
Não
'em.
repetiram o evento. Não deram outra chance de ter essa arma de maneira nenhuma.
Top.
That's right. And travelers who are more confident in their combat skills can choose to jump straight to the final challenge. Also, the Leyline Overflow event will return at the
Nunca
end
faço.
of version 4.2. Now might be the perfect time to start building your parties. Hopefully, you're all excited for the fabulous events that version 4.2 has in store, but there are still more surprises to share.
Yay!
I
Let's get
know.
into them.
Well, before we get into them, let's take a quick break to have a look at the final redemption code for today. See you in a bit.
Yay! Outro
Okay.
número. Pula. Prenda geminha, né?
And it's welcome back, travelers. Okay, I just took a look at Lady Farina's itinerary, and it seems we've actually reached the end.
Finalmente.
Aw, I know. So we've submitted our appointment request to Surintendant Cheval Moran. While we're waiting to hear back, let's see what system optimizations we have for the upcoming version. Let's get into it.
Okay, so first up is the Quick Challenge feature for weekly bosses. New players or players who prefer to spend their time exploring may have yet to unlock certain weekly bosses, and it's difficult to raise new characters when you can't access the boss drops needed to ascend a certain character.
Totally. True.
In version 4.2, travelers who are at adventure rank 40 or above will have the option to quick challenge a weekly boss by navigating to the Trounce domain section.
Ah, vocês entenderam, chat? Vocês entenderam? Se não entenderam, eu vou resumir pra vocês. Agora, em vez de tu fazer a missão lá pra liberar alguns certos boss específicos que são liberados só por missões, tu pode fazer rapidinho. Isso, tu pode já pular o...
Section of the Adventure Handbook. All weekly bosses will be available to challenge, except Storm Terror and the Wolf of the North.
Obviamente, né? Porque eu duvido que não tem ninguém que não tenha aberto ele ainda. Eles, no caso.
Nice. Yeah, now we don't have to wait to advance the story before we can level up a new character's talents and skills.
Aí, isso é muito bom, viu? Que a gente não precisa mais esperar agora fazer a historinha pra abrir os novos bosses. A gente tem que fazer a historinha que às vezes... O de Sumeira, as missões pra abrir alguns bosses eram de 2 horas. 2 horas e meia. Só pra te abrir um boss.
Exactly. Also, we're introducing an update to Genius Invocation TCG. In version 4.2, 3...
Aqui, odiamos TCG, tá? Eu joguei uma vez apenas pra sair a missão da minha lista de missões. Apenas isso, porque eu queria que tivesse tudo limpo. Aí eu tinha voltado essa missão. Agora eu tô cheio de missão de novo por causa de Fontaine. Mas eu tinha deixado tudo limpinho, sem missão nenhuma. Eu tive que fazer e eu odiei cada minuto que eu tava fazendo. Eu queria arrancar meus olhos e quebrar meus dedos um por um.
3 new character cards and 5 new action cards will be added. There will also be an accelerate duel
Mas o evento de escondidinha não pode, né?
feature, which will provide a smoother gaming experience. Pretty cool stuff. After the version 4.2 update, deck sharing codes will also be available. Use them to show off your strongest deck or take inspiration. Sharing codes will also be available. Use them to show off your...
Caramba, olha o código, em vez de ser um código 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, olha o tamanho desse código. Caramba. Olha o tamanho desse código. Se tá no PS5 ou no PS4 ou em qualquer console, que nem eu, é muito difícil porque tu não pode copiar e colar certas coisas lá. Por exemplo, os códigos eu tenho que colocar um a um manualmente. Imagina pegar esse código aí, copiar à mão. Sacanagem!
strongest deck or take inspiration from other travelers.
That's cool.
That's awesome. And, you know, since the number of card combinations just keeps increasing, the number of decks...
Chorando enquanto escreve da tabuleta ainda tem caps. Sim, por causa que não tem, tu não consegue, tipo, tem o crossplay, né, de PS, de PlayStation e PC. Imagina só, o teu amigo joga no PC, mas tu joga no PlayStation. Aí pra te copiar o código do deck do teu amigo que tá no PC, tu vai escrever 1 a 1 na porcaria do PlayStation.
A player can save has been increased from 10 to 20.
Doubled.
Doubled! Double! And in addition, both the maximum number of
Porque pessoa tem limite de amigos. Eu não tenho isso.
Starting slots and the number of slots unlocked at each player level upgrade have been increased from 2 to 4.
Doubled again.
Double.
The developers have also made a number of optimizations to the Genius Invocation TCG interface.
Heated Battle Mode and the Forge Realms Temper Endless Swarm will also return in version 4.2.
Ooh, and in addition to the updates made to Genius Invocation TCG, returning travelers will enjoy ample login rewards and exploration guidance courtesy of the Genshin Impact project team. May those returning to Devat have a happy reunion.
Aw, that's nice.
Yeah. Plus, a new story key privilege has also been added so that returning travelers can enjoy new story quests and hangout events.
Caramba, parece meu game. Caramba. Eu tô assim.
Red notification dots have also been optimized. Notifications that have already been cleared will no longer reappear when logging in on a different platform.
Finalmente! Ou espero que também tire também se na plataforma. Toda vez que eu entro no coisa e aperto coisa de evento, eu sempre acho que tem evento novo, mas não, eu tô só mostrando que o evento que tá lá.
Quest optimizations will also be available in version 4.2. The first one pertains to unlocking story quests. Travelers will now get to choose whether to accept a story quest after unlocking.
Caramba, perfeição, chat. Pra quem não sabe, esses dias eu passei por esse problema com a missão desse moleque aí. Eu tava andando, né, descendo pra cozinhar, e a missão dele, como eu tinha aceitado sem querer, só pra desbloquear pra mim poder, né, começar a ter a chave, né, porque as chaves são desbloqueadas com diárias, então é mais fácil tu abrir as missões e completar a chave, porque se for querer fazer todas, vai ter que esperar alguns dias pra abrir todas. Mas isso é muito bom, cara. Agora tu precisa, talvez a missão já não fica aberta ali, então se tu anda em algum lugar que tu quer não começar a história, mas o teu personagem tá ali já esperando começar a história, automaticamente tu tem uma cutscene que tu fica, sei lá, 1 hora na cutscene. E atrapalha tudo, somente que tu joga muito pouco.
Unlocking it.
Whoa, nice. And hopefully, travelers won't be overwhelmed by a sudden influx of quests anymore.
Finalmente! Eu também
The
odeio
update
isso.
has also made notifications about prerequisite quests even clearer, making it easier for players to proceed to certain content.
Isso também é uma atualização muito boa. Sério, a Mihoyo não pensou, né, de dar a Charlotte de graça pra gente por causa da câmera, pelo menos pensou nisso, né? Ela pensou do que seria bom. E realmente essa atualização é muito boa, viu? Algumas missões de Sumeru pra pegar Dendróculos, tava escondido entre outras missões que liga uma missão a outra missão. Isso é muito chato, que eu tive que pesquisar online que missão ligava essa missão.
That's awesome.
Como não lembrava que missão eu tinha feito? Foi horrível.
Great. Oh, and it seems like that's all we have for the latest version update. I guess that means it's time for the 4.2 special program to come to a close.
Oh,
I know.
Acabou.
There's so much exciting stuff happening, and I know personally, aside from all the intrigue, fun guy events.
I love that.
Vocês têm
honestly,
cutscene final? Hoje de novembro, entendi. Quando vai sair a atualização? Talvez, né? Chat, eu vou fazer